running neck and neck. Here's the Ferrari of Eric van der Poel sharing with Wayne Taylor, and that car had been handling very badly from the beginning, and the team's still trying to work out what the problem was, but possibly it's something with the rear suspension, maybe even a loose wheel. The Nissan cars prepared by TWR, of course responsible in the past for the Jaguars, which dominated this race. They came here last year, suffered problems with the oil coolers. They had done an enormous amount of testing. The Japanese driver Takashi there explaining to engineer Richard de Villa about the handling of that particular Courage. And there our first look at one of the McLarens. This is the car driven by Steve O'Rourke, the manager of the Pink Floyd, also by Tim Sugden and the American Bill Oberlin, who was impressing everybody with his speed. Another American rookie driver, David Murray, had been entrusted with this Porsche alongside James Weaver and Pierre-Henri Raffanel. It's Raffanel at the wheel, right there, the bright red crash helmet, the very experienced French driver. Certainly the Porsche prototypes that have been so quick the two previous years did not seem to have the speed to match the GT cars. The 36 car comes in again. They plug in the fuel. Oh, there's problems. And immediately they decide to take the rear bodywork section off here. It's just 2 hours into the race. The Mercedes look as if their challenge may already be over. There's the V8 engine, of course. The cars they run in the FIA GT Championship have V12 motors. So this car very new. A spin there for the number 3 Ferrari. It's Gianpiero Moretti, the owner of the team. The man who has made his money with the Momo steering wheel concern. And now it's almost beached there, so time being lost by this Ferrari, which won the Daytona 24 hours, which won the Sebring 12 hours. And we can see again how all of a sudden it gets away from him in the Ford chicane there just before the start-finish line. Car spinning off into the gravel. And problems for the Wendlinger Duez Weissman Chrysler Viper. That car being pushed in. The Viper apparently suffering from some electrical failure, but the Momo Ferrari is able to rejoin the fray. Meanwhile, at the front still, it's Toyota. Already one of their rivals, Mercedes-Benz, out. Both cars retired with the same problem with that engine pump. And a spin again, Pierluigi Martini, the former Grand Prix driver, having a very torrid time indeed. He's previously raced the Porsche prototype here. Always at the mall, the speed differential. And no question of doubt about who's the fastest on that trio. It's the Toyota, licking flames there. The garage door has already come down, a Mercedes-Benz. It's just 2 hours into the race. But meanwhile, there's still a superb battle going on. Toyota versus Porsche now. While the Viper team struggle to repair the number 50 car with the electrical problems, the 51 is certainly running quickly, so too is the 53 car. But in the early going, indeed, it was that Porsche which was leading GT2. After 3 hours, Toyota, Toyota, Porsche, Porsche, Toyota, and then the BMW. Reflections there on this circuit as the 29 car continues on its way. But problems for BMW. Johnny Cecotto, the former 350cc motorcycle world champion, comes in on the radio to inform that there is a problem. Bad vibrations at the front end of the car. The lead car again for a routine stop. Rundle, Collard and Hillary. Collard climbs out. Eric Hillary about to climb on board. No driver change at number 26. In fact, an engine very similar to the one that the team has been running for a number of years. Now the 29 car, Thierry Boots and Ralph Kelleners. There he is climbing out of the car, doing an outstanding job. Yannick Dalmas, a 3 times winner here, looks on. He's driving for Porsche. Jeff Lees, a man who's driven for Toyota for many years, returning to the fold after driving for the Lister Storm team for 3 years. Lister failing to make it through pre-qualifying this year, and they're in the only all-British car eliminated from the race before it even started. A spin there for 28, just trying that little bit too hard. Eric Hillary finally gets it underway, but little unforced errors like that can cost precious minutes here at Le Mans. There's a Panos which had to slow down because of the spin. 2 Panoses in this race. They're just going a bit too deep past the Porsche there, and then losing it under braking. And really, that's a bit of a silly error. And then the car comes right back in front of the Kraus Racing Machine, and I think it's Michel Trunk at the wheel. Does a great job of avoidance. The gravel really flies, but fortunately no real problem. The car's able to regain. I'm sure Eric Hillary will be cursing in the cockpit, concern in the Toyota pit. As I said before, Porsche have been to Le Mans many times with mainly Japanese teams, but for their 1998 challenge, they asked Team Toyota Europe, directed by the great former Swedish rally driver Uwe Andersson, to put together a completely new group of people. And what a magnificent job they've done. First time at Le Mans, running in the front. The weather, as you can see, bright, but promise of rain in the night as 2 more cars peel off. Rafanel there in the number 8 car, and you just see the Viper there, which has got that electrical problem still being worked on, but worked on only by the driver, because in that position the team are not allowed to work on the car. That's David Murray there with the orange and blue crash helmet, just about to make his Le Mans debut. The Toyota comes in to be checked. David Murray slides down into the cockpit of the prototype, the Reinhold Jost car. This car, although it ran, or this design, although it has won the race for the past 2 years, fitted with the very latest engine, the same engine and transmission package as the GT1 Porsches, with the latest gearbox, and that's quite important. It's a quicker gear change. Rafanel tells the team about the car and some of the problems he's obviously having. Work here on the 28 car, and looked to me as if they were about to bleed the brake system. Maybe that was the cause of that problem we saw. Certainly you wouldn't expect a car to weave from side to side under braking like that. And indeed, yes, the brakes being bled. Of course, this will cost quite a bit of time. Collard back at the wheel. And out on the track, the Porsche still looking strong and running as we expect Porsches to run, like clockwork. Katayama Suzuki, Tsuchiya car going out. There is the man who has designed this wonderful Toyota. That's Andre de Coutens. Porsche, you see those yellow flashes on the front of the car. Teams differentiate their team cars with different colour markings, so that both they and us, the TV commentators, can spot the difference. There you see the master cylinders being topped up with brake fluid.